Hi there, Xeonexis coming in.
Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to do one of the wiki strategies, which is going to be the Coyote Rush. In this game, I did not use any boosts. So I start with my build order. 1 construction yard, 2 barracks, 1 power plant, 2 supply yards, followed up by 1 assault vehicle factory. Actually, in the deployment mode, I managed to build 2 assault vehicle factories. Take note guys, if you cannot build 2 assault vehicle factories in the deployment mode, it's okay, as long as you build at least 1. Right here, I have trained multiple infantries because I need as many infantries as possible. 1. To prevent or kill the enemy scouts, and 2. To collect as many supply containers as much as possible. So here, in one of the instructions of the guide, use one of your coyotes to scout the enemy or to kill enemy scouts. So right off the bat, don't forget to upgrade your headquarters to level 2 as soon as possible. So here, as much as possible, I started mass producing a lot of coyotes. So here, I am using my coyote to scout and destroy the enemy infantry. However, I managed to not kill that one. My purpose for this coyote is to scout the enemy base. So here guys, when you are going to do rush strategies, always remember to always scout your enemy base and to never get scouted. So which is why I built this sniper tower to kill the enemy infantry as early as possible. So the enemy actually made a mistake here of not going forward into my base. Therefore, he did not know what I was into. However, I made the mistake of not guarding this area, since this is the most crucial area in my base, since this is where my assault vehicle factory is located. So here, you can see my coyote scout the enemy base partially. I saw that the enemy has 2 supply yards, 3 barracks, and a construction yard. I did not see any assault vehicle factory yet. So I made a mistake here of letting the enemy see that I have many coyotes and I have 2 assault vehicle factories. Therefore, this is more than enough time for him to react against the strategy. Alright, so here, I immediately rushed to the enemy base. However, it was at this time where I actually lagged out. I was still able to manage to get my coyotes out as much as possible. So here you can see that the enemy has a lot of assaults trained. So he was actually planning to assault rush me. Credits to Super D for uploading that video on the assault rush. For like 5 games, I have been encountering a lot of players who is trying to pull off that assault rush tactic. Only this time, once I noticed it, I managed to try and pull off a coyote rush, since coyotes are actually good against assaults. So here guys, you can see no micromanagement, which is why I am losing a lot of my coyotes. This is actually because I am still reconnecting to the game at this point. So yeah, I was not under control. You can see me have a lot of resources, but I am not building anything nor moving these coyotes or training new infantry. I am just still reconnecting, and here my coyotes are actually slowly dying. However, the engagement here for the enemy was actually pretty bad. It's because he did not utilize his army properly. So here I immediately pulled out one of my coyotes and trained a lot of coyotes. So it was at this point I was thinking maybe the enemy has enough time to actually stop my rush, because it's already 6 minutes and my army of coyotes has been destroyed by the enemy. So there's a high chances that the enemy is going to counter my coyote rush. So this is no longer considered a coyote rush, but rather a coyote assault. So the goal here is, if your rush fails in the early game due to whatever reasons, always remember to scout your enemy. So this is the purpose of one of these coyotes, which is to scout the enemy. Based on my last information, I know that he has 3 barracks, 2 supply yards, 1 power plant, and that's it. So here I was scouting the enemy. Upon seeing these heavy assaults, one thing came in mind. The enemy made the wrong decision. I mean, if these heavy assaults are actually properly upgraded, then yeah, he will hit my coyote. However, just like that, the coyote is actually pretty hard to hit, which is why with the right micromanagement, 1 coyote is more than enough to kill a lot of heavy assaults. So here you can see the enemy have a hard time just destroying 1 coyote. And finally, here I rushed my infantry. Why? As you can see, the enemy only has heavy assaults, and heavy assaults are good against vehicles. However, heavy assaults are bad against infantry. So I charged in my infantry first, to tank the heavy assault damage. Notice how only a few riflemen managed to kill a lot of heavy assaults. That's the power of riflemen. And then the coyotes charge in. So here, when you are attacking the enemy base, always prioritize what possible things the enemy could do to stop your attack. So in this case, the only possible things the enemy could stop my attack was to produce a lot of assaults or heavy assaults. So in this case, this is the reason why I scouted the enemy base first, looking for a assault vehicle factory, but I managed to find none, which is why I immediately proceeded to destroy the barracks. Immediately, don't forget, while you are attacking, still continue to produce units. So while I'm producing units, I am managing my coyotes. At the same time, I still have a lot of units at my disposal to attack the enemy. So keep the enemy busy at all times, and at this point, the enemy stopped producing units to defend, because even if the enemy did manage to produce, he won't be able to stop me. I overwhelmed his base. And this is how you do the Coyote Rush or the Coyote Assault in the wiki strategy of Art of War 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck with your games and have fun. Let's enjoy the victory screen.